Hello and welcome. Yig here. We are back today with some more Pesticide Not Required. It's been a while since we played this and they just had a big content update. So hey, let's give that a shot. If you like the gameplay you see here, there will be a link to the Steam page in the description if you want to help the channel out. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. So let's get to it. So first, the meta progression in this game is you have a series of challenges, and those challenges unlock frogs and weapons and stages. And there is a lot of stuff I have not unlocked yet. Part of it, a good chunk of it, is that I haven't made it through all the maps yet. So you can come over here. You can choose your frog out of the one you've unlocked. These three, I believe, are new. So we're going to be playing Hopkin here. He seems interesting. Minus 9,999% planting speed during the night and watering speed during the night. Let's try that. There's supposedly some complementary perks that will make that work out pretty nice for him. So hopefully that will work out good. I just leaned directly forward and so it just probably got so loud there. All right, here's your meta progression stuff. You have some sort of basic ones: movement speed, pickup range, increases in meta progression currencies and non-meta progression currencies. Loot yields is interesting. This one has a lot of interesting stuff of spiraling up during the days. So like this one right here, there's something I'm trying to remember which one I was going to grab. I had one that was kind of expensive, but I figured I would grab it because it seemed like it was a good deal. I think it might have been the water capacity, because I think they gave me my plan was they gave me a little bit more to trade. I haven't quite figured out where the best place to put your points is so far. Usually there's a fairly clear, like, oh, if you do the loots, you're going to do the best, or you need to hit this sort of amount of damage before everything works. And I just haven't quite found that equilibrium in this game so far. So let's go ahead and buy the watering capacity. That'll help us out, although not so much with this character. So the other things you have to spend your coins on is you can decorate your shop and you can decorate I'm not entirely sure what the backyard actually does. You can choose your skins for all the different types of pets. Each pet does a slightly different thing. Very nice. And then you have a room back here which gives you all of your trophy fish and all that stuff. And I'm not sure what these actually are, but someday I'll figure it out. And then we have a backyard, which is the place that we do our stuff. So that one's kind of confusing to me, but that's okay. So as you can see, I've only made it about halfway through. I find that it's actually kind of hard to get ahead in this game. So we're going to start on an easy one so I can talk. I find it a little bit difficult, actually. In the very beginning, when it first came out in early access, I would say it was possibly a little too easy. Essentially, it felt like so since I can't really do anything with planting, I'd say we go with fishing and mining as our main thing. It was possibly a little bit too easy when it first came into early access. I feel like every single run kind of spiraled out of control. Oh yeah, 9 instead of 10? Or instead of 6, I mean, that's out. That'll actually make things a lot easier in early game. So it does seem to now expect you to have a pretty decent chunk of meta progression before you're gonna really be making it fairly deep. Let's see, growth speed doesn't matter to us actually, so this might actually work because it's going to increase all the spawns of everything. Let's do that. Since the reason I say growth speed doesn't matter is since these are all going to come up this time we won't see it, but since they all come up, we'll go ahead and do that. I don't really want to lose too much damage, but we will take some of their damage with us. Go plant the seed right here. Oh no. Oh, that's right. I can't plant at night. Ah! Since the seeds automatically harvest, I should have paid more attention and made sure I got that in there. Since they automatically pop up at the end of the day, it makes it so that you don't have to worry about growth speeds or any of that stuff. So we can just keep cranking that. And that will get us a ton of money. Now, what you do have to be careful about is you need to buy this as much as you can, and we're not even going to be able to do that. You also want to go with the most expensive seeds if you're using this character. Now, the reason for that again is that we still have one seed left here. And we might be able to get it before... We might be able to get it harvested, get one of these harvested before nighttime and get this other last one into the ground. But it's also fairly unlikely. Okay, good. We got it. So that's the kind of the difficulty so far with this character, is that a lot of times you have to think about everything else. This would be good. A lot of apple spawns is nice. I think we're going to go with fishing yield, though. Again, anything that can kind of get us going there. I'd really like to see if we could get some more of our little beam there. Anytime you can get a spot where you can collect two things at once, like if it's a rock and that, I like my crit chance. We're gonna keep going with the fishing. I'd like to. I've done some mining runs, but I'd like to do a fishing run, and we'll kind of make that a little bit of this. So we'll grab this one, and then as soon as that goes, we'll go get halfway between these two, and that helps you get a lot of stuff during the in-between. We don't want to lower ore spawns, though. Ooh, that mic is a little far away. I apologize if I was a little quiet. I usually am able to adjust it all in DaVinci Resolve, but some days, yeah, not so much. Actually, that's usually only when the application just derps hard. Oh, come on. There you go. All right. I don't need that. Well, that could be good, but we're going to re-roll. We'll take that. Okay, so we don't want to minus knockback. Minusing knockback is bad. Go with movement speed again. Let's grab this cow. Oh, I always grab pets. Always grab pets. As many of those as I can get to. We're going to go with the hay bales, and then we will get the most expensive one we can find. Pet the dog, come out and plant some seeds. Now, part of the reason that all of that we want to get this, like, we were going to crank up our fishing and our mining is because we're not going to get a lot of value out of this. We will get a lot less dollars than you would normally get if you were running a normal, do everything sort of build. So we need to make sure that we get as many farm plots as fast as possible, and that'll kind of make up for the difference, because then we can really throw a lot of crops down every night and every day, and then once night ends, it doesn't matter. We don't have to water it. It's going to automatically pop up, and it doesn't seem to have a negative event. It's just a matter of we are very limited in the volume of crops. Like, I've had games where I got like 3 or 4. I want to say I recently got an achievement for having grown over 100 crops in one run. So that can kind of give you an idea. Like, you're gonna be moving a lot of crops in a normal run. In this one, not so much. Projectile speed affects the spin speed of our current attacks, so that's going to work. It also affects speed with these, which these go off into the distance, and those two things are going to be real nice for us. We got another upgrade into our fishing. We're going to buy this, of course. We will grab the... Well, let's grab the water, because I think in this game, out of all... Oop, I almost forgot to buy that. In this game, out of all of the attacks in it, I would say that the water spout is probably the one that you would have the most. We don't really need to do this unless we see. You can, if we have a whole lot, we could try to get these things easier. But that's all I wanted to get was that first one. Attack frequency. So this is probably the attack that I think that people will recognize from this game the most, because eventually it gets pretty bonkers if you build just towards that water spout, because it does, like, it'll take up like half the screen, which is way cooler than it sounds. So we know those are all going to go, so let's get up here and get ourselves some fishing. Hopefully we'll get some decent upgrades for our mining soon, and yeah, there we go. There's the first one. That'll give us a little bit more to work with that. And mining, and if you can get mining and fishing efficiency on that, I think this character's probably pretty set. You just got to get enough to make sure that you're able to wander around and get all your stuff every day. And you're going to be a little bit less on the crop experience, which can be a bit of a pain. Fishing. We're doing all the fishing. Attack size, reroll. Reroll. Crop thirst doesn't matter to us because it grows no matter what. So we are good. I actually like this tadpole spew. If you've played Vampire Survivor, if you remember the dagger, the dagger shoots a little straighter. This is more shotgunish. Hopefully, once we get one grown, we'll be okay, and we'll be able to get that. Okay, so let's get over here. I want to kind of focus on the fishing part at this point, and mining if at all possible, get as much money as we can. You can get this game, I will say, like, because it seems to kind of want you to have a little bit of progression. Yeah, sometimes the bosses last a long time, which is kind of funny. But I actually think this is probably slightly better balanced than it was, like I said in the beginning, when in the beginning it would crop attack duration, crop yield. Attack duration part would be good, so let's do that, because that'll keep this beam, both of these beams, lasting longer. We want to go fishing if we can. There we go. Let's get all these fish. Attack frequency, definitely good, because again, I just missed a really good one for this build. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, now each time you beat a boss, you get a plant. You get a pet. And the pets, as you eventually stack them up, will actually work your farm for you. They'll do watering, they'll do all that stuff. And it seems like they bypass a little bit of my handicap and get things out there. So as you get pets, you can actually increase the number of farm and things now. Our tadpole spew is going to be going for that one first. Crop growth speed does not matter to me at all. So we want crit chance, crit damage. Go visit him. Grab ourselves a dog, grab ourselves a field, grab ourselves more water. We'll upgrade the spew later on. Again, buy the most expensive. It feels weird at first just constantly buying the most expensive thing and also buying all this overage on the fields. But you never know when you're going to go in there and like you'll have a bunch of really cheap seeds. So you need just a ton of space for the next one or two. All right, crop yield, apple spawns is what we like. Let's go with the fishing, though, because that seems to be our thing this time. And that actually works. I like the fishing. The fishing and the mining as a sort of alternative in this game are actually pretty cool, in my opinion. Attack frequency is better for us right now because we want to keep things kind of away from us. There we go. Get in between two things so we can make sure we capitalize on as many things as we possibly can. All right. I don't remember what the timer is on that. It's actually, I think it's about 20 minutes. It's not too bad, though. All right, let's get something. So we're stacking bonuses on all of those. You know, each one of those things is stacking those bonuses. Our planting speed is just slightly under 9,999 minus. I don't want to give up my resistance. I will take up knockback and attack frequency, though, because that's really good on this build. Super good. Plus 2 amount, plus 35 damage, or projectile speed. Yeah. All right, and that'll spin faster, and that works real well for us. See, this character is kind of interesting. The other character I haven't quite figured out. I'll admit that. I tried the other character, and it just feels like I'm supposed to just run from everything forever. Maybe that character's coming across in the wrong way to me. It just that's what it kind of felt like, and it was like, ooh, this is a little strange. So one of the cool things that I do like is that you can kind of decorate your farm and decorate everything else. I think that's actually a really cool feature in this game. All right, let's get this tadpole spew because I kind of want to get a chance to show that off. Let's go ahead and buy that. Let's go ahead and buy that. And we're going to go ahead and buy that. We're actually going to spend all of our money today. And we're going to try and plant as much, if not all of these, as possible. Oh my god. My allergies are just murdering me right now. Alright, we got 8 more. Let's try and see if we can get them all out there. No guarantee, but yeah, we did. Good. Yeah, see? And well, we filled most of it. So, tadpole spew. You know, that works for us because we don't really need it. Tadpole spew shoots a shotgun pattern of tadpoles. And it is a pretty good boss killer, in my opinion. It is very competent at making bosses go away. And that is a good thing in this game because sometimes the bosses, especially when you're not super deep into the progression tree, sometimes the bosses can take a lot. Like I've had one boss a couple of games ago that I want to say just simply because of the amount of yeah, we can take all that because it doesn't matter. Just because I had to constantly run away because I was getting chunked by everything that I run. He lasted like 3 days. All right, planting seeds for me is always a good thing because that means, again, we get to be more hands off. Crit damage amount or just straight damage? See, I'd like the crit chance. I think that's the way we'll go on this first one. But then we're going to try and get our crit chance up there a little bit. Okay, let's grab that first. Grab that. See if we can grab 2 more of these things before we hit the store. I don't really want to increase the shop prices, but we might. We don't want to reduce or... So we'll go for that. Hey, free is free. Okay, come on. Okay, perfect. Let's get in our store here. We buy our thing. Go for tadpole spew because, again, it's a really good boss killer. So that's going to help us out a lot. And we're going to go ahead and buy up all the seeds that we can get this time because I think we're just about at the point of equilibrium where we can plant almost everything we get. And hopefully, if everything works out, with them watering and everything else, minus thirst would not be bad, but it doesn't do as much. Like in a normal run, that would be something you would definitely look at because it means you can pay more attention to other stuff and run around. Whereas in this run, you're kind of already benefiting from the paying attention to other stuff and running around, so you don't necessarily need it as much. All right. We do not wish to lower either of those. We do not wish to lower either of those. Crop thirst. We don't mind crop thirst. They are thirsty crops. Ooh. Come on. Oh, that was a good fish. Yay! We got all the fish from the springs. Nice. I was wondering how long that was going to take. All right. Now we have 3. Ooh. 8. Oh man, those are both really good. Oh, how you do me that way, game? Oh, I think I got I had just 1 left over when it became nighttime. Ah, well. Yeah, see, eventually you get to the point where bosses kind of start lasting a long time. And so you end up needing to have some sort of a boss killer. And the tadpole spew is that. Because you can see, like, look at that. We can just chunk him down. Especially after in between waves when they clear like that. Always a good thing to kind of just zoom over there and grab stuff. Okay, let's grab this. Knockback frequency. Knockback frequency keeps you alive in this game. This game has eventually a lot of things will be coming at you all at once. There we go. Big bull. Let's go ahead and grab that. We will max out on the most expensive stuff. And we'll help them plant it a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can. There we go. We have a lot of waterers, so what do we got? 2, 3 elephants in there, it looks like. Oh yeah, we got 23 of these seeds though, so we will definitely not get all of this planted, I would say. Because it's just going to be a little bit too much. Water beam. Attack frequency. Yeah, but I do kind of want that. Let's do that. Because it's got the knockback. And we likes the knockback. Knockback is definitely a saving one. By the way, you do have to do... You absolutely in this... I actually like that one better. In this game, you definitely 100% on health, on level up, have to build in some defenses so far. I have not encountered a scenario, one of these matches where I could get away with just skipping defenses. Even on... There's no dash, so you don't have any iframes, and the spawns get to be just screen packing. Not a bad thing. It's just something you need to know. Like, I will say, I'm working on another game right now. I'm working on Axiolal, and so far it's not quite there because there's just a ton of things that it seems like every time I end a match, it seems like it unlocks something. I feel like the inside of it is just, there's like so crazy amount of things to do. I almost feel like it's a little overpowering. It's not, and I do like the game. Don't get me wrong. It just, it feels like so much, and unlocking all of it and trying to get it to where, oh, wow, did we... Okay, good. Well, we're going to take those, and then we'll take those, and then that is all we're going to do, because that's really all we can manage to plant in one time, if even that. As long as I can get all the weapons planted first, I'm pretty okay. But yeah, it doesn't look like... This is what I'm saying. Like, it gets to the point where you're kind of struggling to find enough room to put all the crops in. And we might get it just down there, which is good. All right, back to fishing. Try not to die. We're getting hit a lot. But that has a lot to do with... Like I said, you have to build defense in this because these areas are just huge. More damage. More damage. I would really, 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 really like more damage. Oh, apples. Apples are your healing. I haven't really mentioned it because unless you build towards them, they don't spawn quite often enough to rely on for your healing. So you'll probably want to get to the investment of the crop thirst is fine. Hey, we unlocked another thing. We're doing all kinds of unlocks right now. Even if I fail at this point, I've succeeded. It's great. That's one of those things that I like about roguelites. If they do the balance just right, even if you're not successful in that run, you still gain something. And that's really nice, especially when, you know, like if you're just having a bad day and at work, or not at work, but, you know, anything, and you just want to be done with it. It's like, oh, okay, let's get all this stuff up first, and then we will pull. Attack frequency for us really helps out. And we'll get as much of this planted as we can. Oh, man. The basic attack, this weed whacker, we have not gotten any of them. Look at this. Look at our poor weed whacker, still level 1. I need this. I need this. Okay, so see, yeah, we got 52 other types of seeds that we will just... We don't have to buy them now for a while. Because the seeds don't really... They do experience, but right now... That is arguably... more apple spawns would definitely help us out. Okay, let's get some mining done. Some of the characters unlock for mining, some of the characters unlock for like just completing a certain thing, and as you would expect, a lot of roguelites have that. But you'll actually find a lot of them, so you definitely want to like do a variety of things besides murder everything. You know. Alright, we're going to try and just build up at least one weapon that's got a good chunk of damage, and that hopefully means that it will... Yeah, there we go. So we start getting, besides our tadpole spew. Tadpole spew is great, but once it starts getting real thick with people, it can be kind of hard to get them. So you get up in situations like this, where we're just looking for... Alright, yeah, go for it, Toucan Sam. If you guys can go plant while I am gone, I'd appreciate it. Oh, look at that. We still have so many seeds, though. They're going to plant all of them before we get back. That's the funny part. Okay. Go ahead and water. I need more of you. I'll take this seed. It's expensive. All right. How many seeds? We have so many seeds now. We have so many seeds. All right. As long as they can do all the work at this point, I think it'll work out okay. The only problem is, like, again, if it gets thick with guys, we're having problems with our... Like, we fish so fast. We need it to be like... We need to just kick out, like, 10 or 15 fish at a time. Alright, 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 alright. Let's get over here. Mole turrets. More damage. Mole turrets. More of them and more damage. Look at us. We got a little bit planted. A little bit. Not too much, but still not bad. More damage. Again, the hit point scaling is definitely something you're going to be fighting. So a lot of times what seems like the good things in the beginning, when you're killing things like... When you're killing things fairly rapidly, a lot of times you'll be like, oh, I can just... I don't think I really need water capacity. Oh, I should have taken the regen. That would have helped us out a lot, actually. Attack duration. Yes. More mold man. Alright. Yeah, see if we can get just a few of these things. I wonder if the pets can plant at all at night. Oh, yeah, but it kind of looks like they did, which works. Alright, let's... their extra damage is not going good for us. I need resistance, if anything. Minus health now. Mining speed. Mining speed it is. That'll give us another thing that we can do where we are. Ooh, that was a awkward little stutter. Probably a billion things alive right now. We don't really care about crop thirst. Alright, now we want to buy you, and that's it. Pet the dog, go outside. Alright, if we can get... I think actually we're doing pretty okay. It's probably going to be a long video again, since we're checking out this... I like this character, though. The whole minus to doing stuff at night is pretty nice, because it just... Instead of sitting there going, well, should I farm or should I do this? You're just kind of forced to go out and start doing stuff, which is good because, again, it gets you moving around the map. It gets you, it's like it's exercise. No, but it gets you moving around the map, and you tend to collect a little bit more stuff that way. So, ooh, look at all those moles. Since we increased the duration, all of our moles are just destroying stuff there. Let's get some damage. We need damage. All right. Yeah, that fishing speed is so good now. We're just cruising through that. That fishing has paid for itself this whole time. We're going to make mining do the same eventually. But yeah, look at that. That fishing has really kept us going. Like, we've had unlimited amounts of money because of fishing. Hopefully. Okay, let's use our spew to get rid of him while we have an opening. Go. We're gonna need one more, and gone. Hey, let's go with cats. Capybara is good, but we need the the capybara is really nice, but that's what the cow does too. So since we've already got a bunch of cows doing that, not as useful. Get all of those down. That's what we just get everything planted as much as we can, and then go start fishing. Yeah, the fishing has gone. We've been able to afford everything in the store. We've had no issues. Like, there's some runs I've genuinely, the fishing really paid off. Like, stacking up fishing or mining like that with this character, definitely a good idea. What was our bonus again? It was all crops. Okay, so really, you could do this stacking of the fishing or mining with anybody because he's not particularly good. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, thank God. Oh, give me more amounts. Extra damage, crit chance. We're good. Okay, which one? Projectile speed, maybe that would be good. Crit damage or attack damage. Ooh, this gets crit and attack damage though. If we can get more of the weed whacker blades out, oh. Feels bad only having like 2 or 3 of those things because it does so much damage, but we just didn't get any until then. I probably passed on a few and just didn't realize it, knowing me. Oh my God, my sinuses. I can tell. Things are growing outside by the fact that I can't breathe. Attack frequency, projectile speed, attack duration. Yes, those are all absolutely great for us. Let's go ahead and do that. I know I do have some crit chance stuff, but I don't think it's that important, honestly. Now, how many do we have? Oh yeah, see, now we're doing some pretty good damage there. Okay, let's go for some more damage because damage is always good. Again, I just leaned forward and probably deafened everybody. I apologize for that. But again, DaVinci Resolve works some miracles sometimes with the audio. Like, oh my God, I had my door open and a fire truck go by, and legit, you could not hear it on the video. I was just astounded by the noise removal. It's so crazy. Like, the stuff they're doing with that is just amazing. Alright. I'm diving for him, but yeah. There's a good reason for that. And that reason is we were fine on life. Yay, we got 2 pets. Go water some plants for me, elephants. We got all that. Now we're gonna get over here and fish our brains out. Look at that. Yeah, I have never had an economy this good in this game. This is amazing economy. This character, he has taught me things. I like when new characters teach you, like, oh, hey, by the way. And you can do that with anybody. That's the great part. Like, since his only bonus is that these crops all automatically come back tomorrow. But, oh, there we go. Look at us. Look at us. We won. I did go on the easiest one, but still. That is that's the best economy I've ever had in this game. We have womboed. And we have won our first run with this character. Nice. Well, let's see what we've got. We got all the fish, so that gave us 1,000 extra gems. Cool. We won a rock, and we reached 70, which means we unlocked Penelohop Frog. Very nice. It's always nice to get a little bit of... That's one of the things, the best parts about roguelites. You get a little bit of stuff most good balanced ones, you'll get a lot of stuff every time. Let's see what she does. Penelope Frog, where are you? There we are. Ooh, so minus 75% crop yield, so we're not going to be getting experience on that one when we do her, and minus 100% effective to future resistance changes. That'll be an interesting one. So this has been Pesticide Required, and it has had a new content update. So if you have the game and you probably want to check it out again, and if you don't have the game and you liked what you saw, again, there'll be a link to the Steam page in the description. I hope to see you back here for the next one, and I hope you have a great day.